I'll give you a counterexample
Mhm.
of an exceptionally brilliant person, Terence,
Brilliant.
who's a brilliant mathematician.
Brilliant. Mm-hmm.
He is better than, out of all the brilliant people I've ever met in the world, he's better than anybody else at working on a hard problem and then realizing when it's, for now,
Mm-hmm.
a little too hard.
Oh, that I can do.
And stepping away.
Yes.
And he's like, okay, this is now a weekend problem.
Uh-huh.
Because he
Absolutely.
has seen too much for him. Everybody's different. But Grigori Perelman or Andrew Wiles, who give
Yes, that's a
themselves
great
fully,
story.
completely, for
Yeah.
many years over
Yes.
to a problem.
Yes.
And for every Grigori
Right. And they might
Perelman,
not have cracked it.
Yep. So you choose your life story.
I totally agree. Now, I'm not going to say sometimes I take too long to come to that conclusion, but I will proudly say, as most theoretical physicists should, that I kill most of my ideas myself.
Okay, so you're able to walk away.
I am absolutely able to say, oh, that's just not, I mean, I'm not going to deny that sometimes I maybe take a while to come to that conclusion, longer than I should, but I will. I absolutely will. I will drop it. And that is any self-respecting physicist should be able to do that. The problem is with somebody like Andrew Wiles, you were describing, who to prove Fermat's last theorem, it took him 7 years. Was that the number? Something like that. He went up into his mother's attic or something and did not emerge for 7 years. Is that maybe he did. He was on the right track. He wasn't wrong. But that's so, it could have been interminable. He still might not have gotten there in the end. And so that's the really difficult space to be in, where you're not wrong. You are onto something, but it's just asymptotically approaching that solution and you're never actually going to land it. That happens.
And he had a really, it would break me, straight up break me. He had a proof.
Yes.
He announced it and somebody found a mistake in it. That would just break me.
Yeah.
Because everybody gets excited.
Right.
And now you realize that it's a failure, and to go back.
It was taking a year for people to check it. It's not the kind of thing you look over in an afternoon.
And then to have the will, to have the confidence and the patience to go back.
Unbelievable
and
story.
Rigorously work through it.
It's a great story.
But then there's another great story. Grigori Perelman, who spent 7 years and turned down the Fields Medal. He did it all alone.
Right.
And now after he turned down the Fields Medal and the Millennium Prize, proving the Poincare conjecture, he just walked away.
Yeah. Now that's a very different psychology. That's wired differently.
Doesn't care about money, doesn't care about fame, doesn't care about anything else.
Yep.
In fact,
where is he now?
In St. Petersburg, Russia, trying to get a conversation with him. It turns out when you walk away and you're a recluse and you enjoy that, you also don't want to talk to some weird dude in a tie. So it turns out I'm trying.